Let's go talk to her.
If you're here to clean, Hess can get you a bucket and a broom. Anyone calls you knife here, come to me. Oh, you're him. Thren. Inquisition quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site, maybe Herrick can get our troops better weapons.
Farewell.
Basically, summarize gathering quests. See? I already have the iron, I just need the logging stand. And I know where it is, so it's marked on the map.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood. To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Sounds like the Maker's greedy. Well, that might just be the Chantry. What I read... Okay, so if I recall from the Maker's document I read, apparently the Maker actually closed the gates and wanted to see his children create things. He didn't demand anything in particular. He probably just wanted to see what they'd make. So I doubt that the Chantry's teaching something right, but that's just my interpretation.
I'm sorry. That death has clearly hit you hard.
Not just me. All of us. She was the Divine. She led the faithful. She was their heart. If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
I'm not really the best person to talk to. Doesn't the Chantry have people for this?
So I should let a priest comfort me? No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
I picked that option in accident, and that actually was pretty amusing. She actually laughed. Wow, that was unexpected. And I'm now running on it. Oh, I kind of look like I'm still... I kind of look like Assassin's Creed real quick. Aw, I did for a second, didn't I? Ow. But there's loot to be earned. Or loot to be found. I just noticed this. But if you look closely, this chest doesn't have any hinges. At least I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it... No, it does... Okay, it does have hinges. These really weird ones. That's a really weird... Wait, that's not... Like, how much do you need to put... How many locks do you need on a chest to lock it down? There's 5 locks on the chest. Jeez. Alright, well, let's go to the tavern. If you want information, always go to a tavern.
Researcher wishes to use some inexpensive spirits.
She wishes to light creature's corpse on fire to determine whether it is specifically vulnerable to heat.
Oh. All right.
Hmm.
Oh, Maker, you were him. You were the Herald of Andraste, and you were sent to shame us for mistreating the elves. I pay my elves good and proper, you should know. Friend of the Legion all, and... I mean, I'm Flissa. Can I get you a drink?
Relax.
It's all right, Fliss. I won't do anything frightening.
If you wanted to close the breach, it wouldn't matter. As I said, I'm Flissa. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
Embrace us with arms and dress us with swords and light up our hearts with
You said
blood.
Leliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Dumb luck, maybe. I managed an inn back in Denrin. When I heard interesting gossip, I passed word to Leliana. Sometimes it was helpful. She asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize she meant this.
Well, thank you.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
A little bit more. I'm just gonna turn on subtitles as well. Can I do that? I think it's interface, isn't it? Oh no, I don't. I like having my helmet in conversation. So whether or not helmets appear when equipped. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, never mind. Damn it. Whether or not the tone icons in. Nah, I think it's fine. Always on. Quest tracker fades while inactive. No. Where's subtitles? Yeah. Interface. No, that's not it. Gameplay, is it? Difficulty. Friendly fire. No, I don't want friendly fire. Controls. Keep my audio display, maybe? Full screen. That's fine. Resolution. Gamma. Mouse cursor. Yeah, that's all fine. How graphics maybe? Nope, there's no subtitles, sadly. That kind of sucks. I like having subtitles when I'm talking to people. But, this is not meant to be. And a book. A Tale of the Frostbacks. Okay, this is a really long story, and I don't feel like reading it all. But to summarize, basically, King of the Mountains, Korth, decides that it'd be a better idea to not have a heart. So he takes it out of his chest and buries it in a mountain. This leads him to become a tyrant. What was her name? The Lady of the Skies then sends her children. She sends, what is it? A sparrow, a raven, a vulture, and an eagle. A swift, I don't know what that is, and an albatross. These 6 are sent to find the heart, but when they try to find it, they can't. Then this other bird, a ptarmigan, just says that it'll try and find the heart. All the other birds criticize him. Kind of, I guess you could call it like a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer kind of story if you wanted to. They all criticize the tiny bird, but the tiny bird gets it done. The little bird finds the heart and brings it out into the world. And when it's out in the world, Korth actually comes out and reobtains it, and then he's prevented from ever losing it again. It's kind of an interesting story if you read it in person, but I don't feel like reading it because it's pretty long, and I don't feel like taking 5 minutes just reading a story. It's kind of unproductive. The Apothecary. Potion brewing. You talking to him? Okay, yes, you're not.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making those wear, though. So, you're welcome.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you can pay me back by fixing the wood. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
And let's go help him find those
Farewell.
notes. I know where they are. It's not that hard. When you try and find them, it's basically a tutorial of how to use the search skill.
The chosen of Andraste, the blessed heroes sent to save us all.
I've no interest in being a hero. All I want is to find a way to seal this breach.
Pragmatic, but ultimately irrelevant. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefield?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
Interesting.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Cassandra trusts you. She won't let anyone put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
That's a line of dialogue, or a series of dialogue lines that I have never seen before. Wow! Hooray for Let's Plays! I found something I've never seen before! Huzzah! Let's go talk to Varric now. He's interesting. Now, I should say this. Varric has a relation to Dragon Age 2. I didn't know this at first, but when I did the Dragon's Keep, apparently he does have a correlation to Hawke. He's a relation to him. And as a choice, you can decide to either have him as a rival, or you can have him as a friend. And when I did the Dragon's Keep, I don't feel like spoiling it. So, let's just see how things play out when I talk to him.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I'm just glad I'm still standing after all that.
I still can't believe you survived Cassandra. You're lucky you were out cold for most of her frothing rage. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck or bad? You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Then I will become a miracle maker. Alright. Wait, did I take care of that? Okay, yeah, I took care of that.
Cassandra's clutches, and I slipped that, young elven lass good coin to tell me when you came back to us. No matter, no matter. Segrin, honored to meet you. Thank you for all you've done, and hopefully will still do.
What do you think I'll be doing exactly?
The word's already spreading that if anyone can close that blighted thing in the sky, it's you. Anything you need is yours. For a reasonable price, of course. Supplies are a little tight, given the circumstances.
Nah. Thank you.
Until later.
Stay safe.
Let's see what he has to buy. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to come back to this. I want to make some stuff first before I do that kind of thing. However, there is something I do want to buy. It's an upgrade thing here. I wanted to buy those real quick. I'm wondering what's over here.